Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to get started on the Lightning Collection Power Rangers Dino Thunder Blue Ranger. So, here we're getting started. It's a new setup as usual. Testing out the mic, testing out the front of the camera, using its auto focus lens. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So yeah, I've been enjoying the Lightning Collection. It's one of those things where I've had a very good time enjoying affordable both Sentai and Power Ranger figures, because to me they're the same thing. They're just two different regions. It's like region lock on a DVD. So it's crazy because this one has some slight improvements, all while falling victim to sort of the same stuff as before, like missing paint apps and you know, well, the missing paint apps, because outside of that they've actually covered a few other things like extending the neck pegs a little bit and also adding signature weapons. So yeah, let's jump into it. Here we are, gonna move this guy up close, gonna back it on up, and we're gonna talk about this because yeah, this guy has been very enjoyable. It looks really good. In my opinion, it is one of the better later Sentai stuff that we're getting right now. Well, sorry, Power Ranger stuff that we're getting right now. I wish that we got more hand options, but that's not gonna be a case if I want to keep it at a low point. Right now, we're getting what, 4 figures a wave. Unlike Marvel Legends, so I don't think they fit and have that same as the Marvel Legends budget. But I'm hoping we get there at some point to when we get more accessories with the hands and fixing those paint apps. I hope that we can do that, even if the price jumps up $3 for it. So like, I don't mind paying $25 for this. It's not like I'm not already doing that for Marvel Legends, right? So we have our look. I like how clean it is, how nice overall. It looks really good. Also, it doesn't look as stumpy as previous ones. As you can see, that neck has a little bit more range and a little bit more movement. And as you can see, we're going to test it out. So looking up and down, look a bit more clean. My joints look a little bit stuck, but you actually can look down a little bit better. We can still tilt ever so slightly to the side, but yeah, just overall, the movement of this looks really good. As far as arm articulation goes, we can go outward with no problem. So we're hitting T poses with no issues. We have our butterfly joint forwards. We have our butterfly joint backwards. We have a bicep swivel, and we are double jointed, so we don't have too much to worry about. So we have our range there. Our joints on the hands are both horizontal and not vertical. So yeah. Oh wait, no. We have one that, nope. Both are indeed horizontal. So as I get a little crazy in there, as you can see, he's folded like a pretzel right now, but it looks good for a reason, showcasing that articulation. As you can see, we can tilt to the left, we can tilt to the right, well, depending on how you look at it. We can crunch forward, we can go backwards. Now there's 2 parts to this crunch. Now there's forward, and then you go one more time, and you can see just how much range you can get with no issue. The same with going backwards, as you can see there. Legs, we can hit a forward stance. We have a thigh swivel. Come back, we are double jointed in the knee. We do have a boot cut articulation as well too, so that can swivel left and right. And we can go forwards, backwards, and rotate, because Hasbro is ever so generous with that ankle pivot. That's one thing that they've mastered without any question, in my opinion. I think it's only like a few figures who don't have it, and that's I don't think that's too much of an issue with them. But as I sit here and pose this guy up in some Stegosaurus-like stances, as you can see here, because of that neck movement, it just looks so much cleaner and less stumpy. We can turn the head back a little bit more. It just looks so good, and that's why I really do enjoy this figure. My main man Geeky Fresh and Metallics and Franchise Photography were literally killing it with this guy, to the point where I was like, all right, I gotta hurry up and get on this review, because they're killing it right now, and I won't be able to post anything because they've taken all the good photos. So posing this guy up has been a blast. Like, the Lightning Collection stuff is always just really fun, because I don't know what it is, but there's something about a figure knowing that it's a little bit cheaper, you know, and but also it's really cool because if you throw it against the wall, it'll survive. So that's one good thing always about figures like this, is that they don't have any issue with hitting that that wall. They don't have the breakage issue. Well, most of them don't, but I don't know. It's just something about these I just have a good time with, and I'm hoping everybody else can find a way to do that. But I know that's not always the case, because I'm sitting here posing him up. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this nice quick pose session. But now, without further ado, we're going to jump into the accessories. And I don't think I need to take a break because we're really enjoying here. So let's get to it. I really, really like the head sculpt. I want to talk about that ever so briefly. I'm going to just focus. There we go. Going to change the light on both sides there. This sculpt is really, really nice. It's solid. It looks really good. This is probably one of the better head sculpts that they've ever done. Looks really good. Even got a nice hairline. Like, it's not like wobbly. It's like he has a really good barber. So yeah. Next up we have, let's move it back just a little bit. Next up we'll have our sword. And these never have really good paint apps, so I've just gotten over that. I'm just like, hey, it is what it is. These don't ever really have consistent paint apps. But it's not like this time I can swap it out with an SHF, because SHF never got this far into the line. Then we have it here in blaster mode. And we can actually holster the blaster right here. Ooh. Let's see if you can stay posed up, because you can. We will get a lightning spark effect. This is soft plastic. Just don't let cats near it, because they'll tear this up. They love playing with these. Riley's been having a ball with that guy. We do have another set of hands, which is going to be an open clawed hand and a martial arts hand. Now the thing about these is, I don't mind the hands, like if we don't get a lot, but you're missing the paint apps on the backhand side. It doesn't bother me. It allows me to hand swap very easily, so no one will notice. It just sucks because this is something that should have come painted, because it's actually not very hard to miss. So hopefully this will be fixed going forward. I know a lot of this stuff is produced very far in advance, so they probably couldn't change it, but I'm hoping that they add more. And then we have our shield. Our shield is dope because it has this little special feature to push through, like a little spike feature. And it's being handled here, so you can actually just plug the arm in. So this one is a little funky, because what you can do is you can just pop the arm out. Oh, sorry about that. That's my phone, y'all. What you can do is you can pop the arm out, which I thought I had on Do Not Disturb, so sorry about that. And you can line it up to where the arm doesn't fit in, or you can push this through and then line up the hand through it, and that's supposed to line up along this band. So basically what you're doing is, or you can do the option of putting the hand in first to wrap around the band, which I suggest you should heat this up, that way you don't warp any hands. And once you do that, you plug the hand right in. Me personally, I think I'm going to go with the method of just placing it on, because it fits in really well. It's pretty much just locks in. So that way, when no one's seeing the shield of the underarm, I can have it like this. You know what I mean? So when no one's looking, I can kind of have it this way. But without further ado, hopefully that was helping you. I'm going to jump into the size comparisons, so that way we can compare to a bunch of cool stuff. So let's get to it. Alright guys, I zoomed out a little bit so we can talk about the size comparisons. First things first, let's start with the other Abba Ranger stuff, aka Dino Thunder. Here's Dino Thunder White. And then we're going to do Dino Thunder Red. So red and white had their hands repainted and some of their weapons. You'll notice it probably if you look really hard. But I do want to point out that I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is a big neck difference in red and blue. And it makes all the difference, and that's what I was talking about earlier. Same with white. He does not have that neck extension that blue has, and it looks a million times better sitting on him. He even looks a little bit taller because of it. I don't mind the head sitting higher if it just makes it look better visually. That also works out better for articulation as well, in my opinion. But again, this is just me talking. You don't have to take my word for it. So hopefully you guys will see what I see. If not, that's totally fine too. Now, backing back up, we're going to remove these guys. We're going to compare it to a few other things. Let's see how he looks next to a big beefy boy, which is King Sphinx. Which you got a nice black wash from Nico. Looking good, right? So King Sphinx is gigantic. Here we are with a female Lightning Collection Ranger body. Right? Let's move these guys over. Then we'll do a Mythic Legions. These guys make for really good bad guys next to them. Then we'll do an SH Figure Arts Kamen Rider Kuga. Right? Kuga's really small, but I make it work, so I'm pretty sure other people can too. Next, we have a Marvel Legends Phage. Then we're going to do a G.I. Joe Cobra Island. Well, no, sorry, not Cobra Island. G.I. Joe Infantry. This is the normal one. Sorry about that. So along with other Hasbro stuff, he works out really well. Next up, we'll do a Storm Collectibles Scorpion. We'll do a Mezco Me in cosplay form to round things out towards the end. And as you can see here, while smaller than some stuff, still bigger than other things, but overall it really works out because you're going to have a fun time just sitting down playing with them. I'm pretty sure you'll know next to putties, they're about the same height. You've seen it in a bunch of other people's videos. If not, you'll see it in my photos too. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. You've been enjoying the new setup. I've been having a time trying to experiment, and actually it's been fun to sit down and learn something brand new again when I'm trying to make the time for it. But again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting. And as always, please be good, do good, drink your water. Later.